Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Potential Downpour 2. I am Rawrquaza. Today, we are playing as the Commando. I have finally completed, it took me actually 2.5 days or something, of basically exclusive Commando, because I kept getting absolutely murdered on Siren's Call to get the... It's the Long Road Challenge. It's like 20 stages without using lunar items. We kept dying to the Siren's Call boss, or in stupid ways also, but the Siren's Call boss is crazy. We also have gotten the skin, which is pretty sweet. It's actually like a model change as well as colors, and I really like it. It's my colors. It's the black and yellow. So the new skills that Commando has are Phase Blast, which replaces Phase Round. Fires 2 close-range blasts that deal 8 times 200% damage, which is insane. So there's a lot of there's damage drop-off with range, but this thing is incredible, and I would describe it as much better than Phase Round. Phase Round has the range advantage, but that's about it. Phase Blast is insane. It's actually my favorite skill, and it makes Commando much stronger, I think. Now, Frag Grenade is the other skill, and that's replaces Suppressive Fire. Now, Suppressive Fire scales with attack speed, which means that it's good now, and, it's sweet. Frag Grenade is cool. I don't know if it's good. I think it's probably not advisable to run both the close-range Phase Blast and the close-range Frag Grenade. But we're doing it anyway today because I need to record a shorter episode, so I'm hoping it'll lead to my downfall. I think the tactical choice that I would choose most of the time is Suppressive Fire for kind of long-range, mid-range stuff, so that we don't just... the flying enemies are going to be a problem with Frag Grenade, you'll see. And then Phase Blast for close range, and then Suppressive Fire for long range. And I think that's my go-to load-up. But today we're going to try out Frag Grenade, because I haven't actually played a whole ton with Frag Grenade since unlocking it. I just did a tester run and didn't get very far. Oh, we're blue on this stage, probably because of the filter. I wonder if that's interesting. So Frag Grenade, you get 2 of them, and you can throw them fairly quickly, not immediately, right after one another. But they do this bounce. And that makes them a little bit harder to control and aim. The enemies... Aiming is important because the grenade does more damage to enemies that are closer to the center of the blast, right? So it'll be interesting to see how that translates into the end game, because it could be cool, right? It's a very quick just throw. And it could be decent. I'm interested to see how it stacks up later game. We definitely want this crit. Focus Crystal is actually really decent for this Phase Blast. Phase Blast is incredibly strong. This is the thing that is the new thing. It's the new hotness. See, I need to bounce it off the... And even if that enemy was right next to the edge of the explosion, and it did not do too much. It also bounces off enemies. But I'm doing more damage with my right click than I am with my ult. So it may just be an AoE kind of thing to do to a horde. I definitely want this healing with the regen changes. That's the new hotness that for everybody to talk about is the... Oh, it's a harder game now. Regen needs to be fixed back to how it was. Everyone's all... This is the Risk of Rain 2 Discord and Reddit. Everyone's all oh, the game's so much harder. Hoppo, please give me my regen back. I am of the opinion that the regen is great. I think it's a welcome change. And now things like wisps are dangerous. Oh my lord. I need to get used to this. This is not something that I'm used to. We are the same color as this chest. I guess the filter is a lot stronger than I thought. I'm interested to see this skin on different stages. But anyway, it's... Until you do get a healing item, you definitely have to pick your engagements I also have to stop holding down left click in order to cancel into the grenade, which is interesting to me. I kind of don't like that. So it might just be something that I throw, like, when I'm running away. You know, you just quick turn and... When it crits, it's nice. It seems like it'll be a proc monster, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully the proc coefficient is good. The proc coefficient on the right click, by the way, is 0.5, half, which is excellent because it's per pellet. And there's 8 pellets. You get 8 shots. So that's incredible. It's so good. It's really, really good with a lot of on-hit items. But yeah, no, the regen changes are like, the game's harder, and I like it. It doesn't really change that much later game. It just changes the, like, starting, the beginning, and you definitely have to play safer. We've been playing with drizzle regen this entire time, and it's kind of forced us, or it's caused us to adapt that into our strategies, right? Because, you know, with the drizzle regen, we would just tank a lot of the shots that normally, like wisps, were not really a threat because you would just, you know, out-regen them in the middle of combat, and you could jump around and stuff, and just out-regen everything. But now, now we actually have to be very careful to not, not murder ourselves, and kind of balance the amount of time that we're spending in combat versus just, you know, the damage that we're taking. And it doesn't affect... Oh no, I'm gonna die? I'm stuck? I cannot move. Please. I think I need to ditch right now. See, because we have a healing item, it's easy for us to talk to. By the way. So I can just go up here. This is also a preferential spot for the teleporter to be. Yeah, see, the grenade, I'm feeling like... I think it would feel better if I could just hold down R and throw it. But it looks, I guess the animation... It interrupts my flow. I'm not used to it yet, so I'm mad at it. It also bounces. I have to get used to the bounce. Please. Whereas the other R, we can just easily, you know, kind of mix it into our rest of our stuff, but we actually have to take time to aim down and make sure the bounce is correct. I don't know, it's an interesting side grade. A lot of the skills, well, okay, not all of them, but I guess the ideal is that the alternate skills, see, look at this, it's very black on this stage. You can definitely tell that the skin is black and yellow. It is not blue, but on that other stage, it's definitely like a blue, which is kind of silly. Interesting, you get to see the kind of filters that are used. But, yeah, I don't know. The skills are, I think, the goal from a design standpoint of the skills, Hoppo's trying to go for interesting side grades that are not necessarily an upgrade, but not necessarily a downgrade either. And I think, to a certain extent, with a lot of skills at least, they've succeeded. In this case, you know, I don't know, maybe this has some hidden properties that we aren't aware of. The proc coefficient could just be really good. And it could do really well in the endgame, you know? As I think it might. Like, once there starts to be a lot of enemies, I think it'll be a decent, like, AoE skill that Commando didn't have previously. Also, this is definitely some Matrix shit. Just the the glasses and the jet black. We got some stuff going on. I only hope that this is a proc monster. Then there are notable exceptions. I think that this right click, instead of being a side grade, it might just be an upgrade. It doesn't provide range, but the damage is insane, and it's just very good. Even at like a middling range, it's extremely strong. So that might be the one that I think is the most of just a straight upgrade. And then an example of a downgrade might be Artificer's new Mouse 1. I think is actually just a complete downgrade in every way. And that thing, I honestly believe that one is the most in need of some sort of change. If you're going to change one of the new skills that was released, I believe Artificer's new Mouse 1 is actually just horrible. And then there's things like NG turrets. NG turrets are sweet, and they're great. I wouldn't call them an upgrade. I would call them definitely probably a downgrade, but also they open up an interesting niche, right? Which is awesome. And I think that most of the skills do that, and I think that's to Hoppo's credit to have created that kind of thing. And when I say Hoppo, I mean everyone at Hoppo. Usually, when I say Hoppo, I'm referring to the entire dev team at Hoppo Games, not just Hoppo the developer, because there are other developers, people working at Hoppo, that I want to recognize and make sure that that's clear. Not that it's necessarily my responsibility to do that, but, you know. See that thing Kojima tweeted about how... And okay. Death Stranding. And I understand, if you don't have context, this is a tweet about Death Stranding that the developer, the main guy tweeted. And it was something like, oh, the ideas, and I'm the ideas and creation and direction and, all of this stuff was done by me. But it seems like it was just a translation error. But also, it's important to recognize that, I don't know, and Hoppo is a small company. I'm rambling a little bit, but that's okay. Who knows? It's fine. It's not really my place. I'm, as a consumer, I think that, Hoppo's got it figured out. It seems like they're doing well. And when I say Hoppo, I mean everyone at Hoppo. Good job, boys. Keep it up. I believe. I believe in you. I also am spending a lot of time on this stage. I have been spending more time. I think that's a symptom, to a certain extent, of the regen changes. But also, I think that's similarly, that is an excuse for me that I use. I have been spending a lot more time on stages because I am actually trying to get more items and stuff. And it also might be a symptom of the spawning mechanics, where on the first stage you don't really get many spawns until, sometimes like a minute 30, which is kind of silly. Focus Crystal is really good, synergizes very well with Phase Blast. Look at this, we just murder these beetles. Oh, that just bounced off that Lemurian's head. I mean, I guess the good strat for me here is save up your grenades and then toss them both at once, because I can. This rock is more or less defensible. Here, have some freaking grenades. We'll just bounce them around this corner. Yeah, and I mean, the range on it seems fairly good. I do like you can get some pretty sweet skill shots, and I imagine that, once again, I imagine that the proc is going to be the real, that's going to be the juicy bit for late game, and that's going to be the real use. It's when there's tons of enemies on screen, we can just have a bunch of enemies all in the same spot, And then you just throw a couple nades down a tube, and maybe that's the utility of the grenade, is the real benefit, whereas you have to have actual line of sight. You know, because I guess one of the complaints about Commando is that he's too simple, right? And so this could be, like, in an attempt to address some of that, is, you know, we get some really cool, interesting, skillful uses of the grenade in order to kind of diversify him as a character a little bit. Grenades are thematic with being a commando. Kind of operative sort of thing, and this new skin sort of fits with that. I dig it. I can dig it. I think that's kind of been one of the complaints that I've seen a lot of about Commando, is that, oh, Commando's boring. He's blah, 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 blah. But I think he's sweet. And especially his phase blast is very good, and, you know, the grenade is at least interesting. I wonder if you can just throw it. Like, does it explode? It really does have to hit something, it looks like. It'll just stay primed until it smashes. I don't have enough. So... am I okay losing 6 items and all of my tier 2s for a ceremonial dagger? Yes? Oh, not those 2. I mean, now I feel bad about it. We lost literally the worst things that we could have. I'm gonna take shaped glass in an effort to cause... oh yeah, you can do this. You spend 3 lunar coins and pick the next stage that pops up. That's neat. I don't know if I've talked about that on video yet. I'm gonna take shaped glass because... you know, I don't want this run to go too long, and I also want this run to feel nice, so why not take a couple of knives? Knives make the runs go faster in general. So if it's a sharp, bladed weapon, it'll make the run go fast. One way or another. Which is cool. I dig it. And ceremonial dagger is just really good. Please, don't kill me. That would be too soon. I don't have a stun anymore. That's kind of a problem, actually. Don't. So I'm trying to stun. I'm trying to... using the grenades is like a stun, and that's not how that works. Okay, now the problem is we've sacrificed all of our actual... like damage increasing items in order to get the ceremonial dagger, so we're working kind of from a place of... like, we're working back up to where we were. To a certain extent. I think we are in a better place, but we don't have the kind of... we definitely need items in order to really make this run safe, right? We're in a very vulnerable spot right now, is what I'm saying. Because we've committed to the blood sacrifice that is glass. Oh my lord, the range on that thing, without actually having the items to really back it up. But ceremonial dagger is doing work. And its assistance is not going unnoticed for sure. There's a reason I took it. It's a very good item. You know, foreign fruit, we have glass, so it's like, if I'm dead, it's not because I had half of my health missing. Or a quarter of my health missing, I guess, in this case. It's gonna be because I got hit by something that I shouldn't have been hit by. Which is gonna happen regardless of whether or not it's like, it's a moot point. The mobility, extra mobility is gonna be more useful, I think. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay. So, yes, this is the damage that we asked for. Now, tricky part here is don't take my teddy bear, because I want that. It took my teddy bear. Don't take my topaz brooch. It did. Excellent. It did take my fireworks. Fireworks is actually... I value fireworks a lot higher than I used to. Especially when you have glass and on-kill effects. I think fireworks is very surprisingly useful. Maybe it's surprising to me, maybe not anyone else. But this is a suddenly very good build. It's worked. We've done it. There's an order shrine. Holy fuck. So no is the answer to that. We literally have a great run as it is. And that would do... Well, hold on. It wouldn't actually affect us at all, because we could just print out... Worst case scenario, we lose our topaz brooch, and then we have to print it to daggers anyway. Because the dagger printer is right there. So hold on. Maybe we do order shrine just to see... Because if we get a topaz brooch printer, that would be huge. Oh, dude, or gasoline? Or focus crystal, I guess? That's not as useful. But, I mean, we should consider picking up the rest of the items on the stage before doing that. But you know what? I will order shrine before leaving the stage if I live. Which I should live. Probably. I haven't been grenading much, you may notice. I think grenade does not really help us that much in this instance. Like, most of the time here, where I need to try and throw them in there every now and then. But I think it's actually just faster and more consistent to go with just shooting. Because we have the damage. Ooh, crit! If we could turn it into crit, dude, these are all great options. Yeah, more crit. Maybe I should have picked these up after having turned all my things into, you know, ordering all my items. I should fight the boss before, right? Stealth kit would be excellent as a tier 2. We'll see. Honestly, the order shrine, it's grown on me. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? That could only be positive. With the dagger printer especially, because we're not too invested in most of our other items, and we could get some interesting stuff. It's kind of freeing being able to do lunar things again after so long not spending lunar coins from trying to get the challenge. And I think you could still like order shrine, but also I feel like order shrines became rarer in the since last patch. This is like the third that I've seen out of, I don't know, a lot of runs, which is I don't know, I've been playing a lot, so that doesn't sound that impressive, but like I've noticed an anomalously low amount of is what I'm saying. Anyway, what here? Have some. There's some range on these. Like it's not as precise as ooh, yikes. I need to kill everything and never die. I like this. This is going well. Hello. You must all die. Thank you. Thank you. Don't suck me. Okay, I still hear balls rolling around. What do we get? Wax quail. You know what? That would be a great target for order as well. I'm excited about this order. I was not previously excited. Now I am. I think there are very often not enough order shrines, and they definitely serve as a a spice to your run. I love order shrines. The concept is great. There's a fun amount of risk and reward. There's some really interesting things that can happen that you wouldn't, you know, and they can F you up, but they can also lead to circumstances that wouldn't naturally happen, so. We are very strong. This is an incredibly strong run. And especially, we have a kind of a cop-out, because we do have that tri-tip dagger printer right next to it, which is just, you know, very strong. It's like it's a conscience-free order shrine that we're not actually risking much, because our build is kind of predicated upon our single tier 3 and single lunar item. Oh, yo, hey, one of the best possible results that we could have gotten. That is incredible. So we will print out 7, I guess, and then we'll be at 9 glasses. This is an insane run now. This is actually ludicrous. So essentially, that's just we got a glasses printer also. But like, the effect is pretty huge. Would I rather have max daggers or max crit? Like, so it doesn't matter that much, really. Probably max crit, honestly, but if we pick up the other crit items, then we will be at max at 9. So if we get a Harvester's Scythe and a Predatory Instincts, that'll put us at max crit, so I'm not too worried about it. And now we just doubled our damage. So, you know, no big deal. Just double damage. Again. And every hit bleeds, and when we... Like, this run is insane. Don't kill me. Have some grenades, dude. Don't kill me with your... Don't bleed me out. There we go. Ukulele! Oh, or Harvester's Scythe. Or Klabong. Dude, I don't know. I should get the Harvester's Scythe. I really should. I really should. Like, I really should? I'm gonna. Because I think, like, we literally... It would be silly not to, I think. The ukulele... Everything's gonna die anyway, it's fine. Like, we'll get another ukulele, it's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. We don't really need AoE as much as we need some source of healing. And Harvester's Scythe is our optimal source of healing. Oh! See, Galaxy Brain plays. Why is my game hitching? Do you see that? It has to be... hello? Hello? Am I still recording? Yes, it looks like. The game's reclaiming... It's like, it knows that I'm literally cheating. It's angry that I have opened cheat engine. I don't know what's causing that, but hopefully it's... I don't know, it's still sort of happening. Topaz Brooch Printer! Who built this? This is literally, like, one of the best runs I've ever seen. It's insane. I can't wait for the... Oh my god, the hitching to stop, but also the tier 3 chest to give me, like, I don't know, honestly, it would probably be better for us not to get lettuce, because we don't need it. Instead, it would be better for us to get Tesla Coil. But there's many tier 3s that would be decent. I'm gonna stop spending lunar coins. I think we've done enough damage here. I will take this. We need this mobility. That's the next step. Hopo Feather would be really nice, but this is also a great option. I don't really know what was causing that hitching. It scares me a little bit. Oh, hello. I don't know if that does anything in midair. Maybe